Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So thanks for joining me again. Today I'm going to be doing this kind of really dark green glittery kind of festive eye. Yeah, so if you want to see how I did it, then keep watching. Thanks. Okay, so first of all, face and all the eyebrows are done and my primer's on. I'm going to go into the palette. And I'm going to take this fluffy brush and we're going to use these two colours here. So Chaser and Sauce, I'm going to mix them. And these are going to go directly in the crease. And I'm also going to take these down the bottom. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to go into this tapered blending brush, a little bit smaller. And we're going to go into this guy right here. And that's going to go more right in that crease, just to give us some depth. So right about now is when Alan woke up and he could hear me speaking to myself, so I got really embarrassed and I decided just to voice over the rest. So I'm just taking that same colour on the bottom of my eyes and we're just building up the depth with that taper blending brush and then buffing it all out with the smoky crease brush. So we're really just building up depth here, adding the colour and then buffing away all the edges until you get it as dark as you need it. Then I'm going in with a flat brush and the Urban Decay eyeshadow in Blackout. It's a very matte black. At first I didn't want to put too much product on because I didn't want to get any fallout. That's why I've left that loose powder on my face, but I think further in the video I end up adding more because it's just not quite dark enough. So we're just packing all that colour on first. And then I'm going in with Ashes from the Naked Heat palette and back to the tapered blending brush, and I'm just buffing away where those two colours meet just to get rid of that harsh line. Back into my smoky crease brush again, and I'm just kind of redefining that transition colour. And now adding more black. You know me, I love a dark eye. I originally didn't want it as dark, but as I was doing it, I was like, no, it has to be dark. And there's the fallout. This is what I wanted to avoid, but it happened. It happens to the best of us. So just repeating the same steps again, buffing away those edges after I've added more black, and wiping away all that fallout. Pulling the most attractive faces. So now I'm using the Urban Decay 24/7 pencil, which will not focus, nothing will focus, and putting that in my waterline. This is the shade Perversion, and this is really hard to film this and to show you at the same time, so my Naked Heat palette pretty much blocks my eye the entire time I do this and when I smudge it out, so I apologise, but you're not missing anything too exciting. So I pop it in the waterline and then I kind of drag it onto the lashes, and then I go in and smudge that out using the Zodiac. I cut most of that out because you literally couldn't see a thing. So I'm just smudging that out with Urban Decay's Moon Dust Shadow in Zodiac, and then I'm taking the same eyeshadow and spraying my flat brush with the All Nighter setting spray, and we're just going to, oh there we go, pop that all over the lid. So it's a really nice emerald green, dark, sparkly eyeshadow basically. They work really well when you wet your brush. It makes them a bit more intense. and I'm breaking my camera. So we're kind of pressing and sliding that on. How beautiful is that colour? Zodiac is one of my favourite colours. So we're pressing that all over, and I'm just taking a little bit more product. And you can build this to as much as you want. I wanted it really sparkly, but it's totally up to you. And I'm just wiping away that fallout. Because my skin's quite matte with all the powder, it shouldn't sink in and set, but just in case it does, wipe it away right away. I'm then going in with that shade from the Urban Decay palette and just softly kind of blending the edges of that. So that is the tapered blending brush that I'm using. So again, just repeating those steps till you get the kind of depth that you're after. I'm using that smoky crease brush again. As you know, I'm an over blender and really buffing out all the edges and getting it underneath as well, wiping any fallout as I go. Alamasca gel liner now, my usual with the Urban Decay Precise eyeliner brush. I'm just going to line my lids here. I do end up deciding to do that little inner wing. I think that just still makes your eyes look nice and kind of almond shape, even if they're rounded. Even when I'm not doing a wing, I still get that little inner wing because I feel like it just elongates my eye a little bit. So nothing too fussy, I'm just lining the lid just so it helps blend in the lash band. Get my little inner corner wings. I don't even know what you would call these. I call them inner corner wings or inner corner liner. So the trick with them is just to build them small and build them up really slowly. Don't go in and try and do a big liner, because if you get them too close together or if you do them too far down, it's a bit strange looking. So the heavy metal glitter liner I'm using is the shade Distortion, so it's a really nice iridescent glitter with green in it. So it works really well with this. I feel like I just wanted it that little bit more glittery, so I popped that on just to give it a real kind of boost. So I'm using that layered all over the eye. They're a very fine glitter, and they have peach and cucumber extract in them, so they don't sting your eyes like those old school glitter liners that we used to get years ago. So I'm just packing that all over. These are really good because as the brush is so fine, you can use it on your liner, you can double it up, you can use it in the inner corner, you can use it underneath, you literally can put this glitter anywhere. It's so versatile and I absolutely love it. This was me contemplating whether I wanted the bottom, which I obviously did. But I'm just darkening it a little bit more with that same smudger brush I used earlier on. And I like going over the top, so I did the bottom as well, obviously. But that is optional. If the top's far too much for you, then you could stop there, but I'm just going for it. So I'm not too particular when it comes to the bottom. I literally, as you can see, kind of slap it all on, and then I then go in with my finger and I just kind of pat round it, and it kind of picks up any excess and it just helps blend out a little bit. And I kind of drag it down a little bit just so it gives it a little bit more of a fade. Now mascara, which is a really boring step. So this Perversion mascara, it's a triple pigmented formula which I love. It really helps my lashes blend in to my false lashes. And I got it in my face. Don't you just hate when that happens? It's so annoying. The trick actually to this is to let it dry completely and then scrape it off. So I did go to pick it there, but it's automatic, but leave it. If you get mascara on your face, leave it, let it dry, and then it will literally just scrape off and you'll have no smudges. Now for the lips. So if you've watched my last video, you've seen me do this, but I thought I would just include it. This is the Naked 2 lip liner from Urban Decay. And I'm just kind of slightly overdrawing my lips just in the centre. And then thickening up the lip line, sorry. And then I'm using Urban Decay's Unicorn lipstick, which is quite peachy. and I'm just blending that in my finger. It was a little too peachy for me, so I thought I would just blend it down with my finger. And now I have to cover this hideous spot that is on my chin. I'm just redefining the outer corners of my lip here. And because that's a little bit darker, I think this is Nighthawk lip liner that I normally use, it makes my lips look a little bit bigger. So I have this hideous breakout in my chin that all of a sudden just popped through again, so I'm just popping over a little bit of all nighter foundation. It was Naked Skin that I had on, but it just wasn't cutting it for that breakout in my chin, so a tiny little dab of all nighter foundation, pat it on, and then I'm setting it with a powder. And there we go. So it's as good as that was going to get that day. So guys, that is the finished look. I'll just zoom you in a little bit so you can see the eyes. So we've still kept it really nice and dark and smoky, but we've got that nice moon dust, and then I went over it with the Heavy Metal glitter liner. You don't have to do the glitter liner if that's too much for you, but I love a glitter. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to comment. Not comment. No. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos. If there's anything particular you want to see, then just let me know.